there's a photo
There
floating
is.
around out there. It's been there a good. I'd say it's like a
Since
good
the
been.
weekend.
Yeah, it's been around. I first saw this from when Campier, John Campier, he uploaded a photo on social media, and when I first looked at it, I was like, "What is this?" It looked like Mark Hamill briefly. Um,
Giving me them
it's
flashback shots to when we first got a first look at Luke Skywalker in Force Awakens. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, and then there were people saying it looks like other actors and other people, and it's like, yeah, it does
Got a
look
couple of
weird. And
JDMs in there. Instead of
um,
RDJs, a couple of JDMs.
JDMs.
Jeffrey Dean
But
Morgan, baby.
that's actually, yeah, someone made a comment on it as well, to be fair, about that. Obviously, I don't want to show the full photo just in case it is real, so here's a nice potential apparent concept art for the
Yeah.
Doomsday. Um, we were speaking about because we wasn't sure if we were going to just talk about it 'cause it seems a little bit like
So, yeah, I
old
think we should
news.
break it down into this. We should break it down into if we think it's real, and regardless if it's real or not, do we like it? I think that's
Mhm.
probably the best way to talk about it.
Yeah,
So definitely, do you want to go first, me? Whatever you want.
I want you to go because I know we've spoke about it
Yeah.
before and I have some counters for what you're going to say. So
All
just
right.
give
All
us
right.
give us what you've got.
Man's brought fucking bullet points to take me down. Uh, right. So first of all, do I think it's real? I don't think this is real. I just don't. It's come out at the right time. Don't get me wrong. We're getting pictures of Kyle.
Ah, sorry, you're gonna see all my porn.
No, no. Oh yes. So it's come out at the right time. We're getting pictures of James Marsden and Ian McKellen, on set together and stuff like that. Like them far away pictures like we were getting from Deadpool and Wolverine, all the stuff like that. So this picture's come out at the right time. I just don't think it's real. It just doesn't. I look at it and I just don't think it's real at all. It. I just don't know how such a
You were
bad quality
saying
picture could be
you were saying
taken.
it's AI generated.
I do think it's AI generated, and I get what you're going to say about imperfections and stuff like that. But AI is getting better and better every day and stuff. But look, I don't think it's real. Number two, do I like the design? If that's a similar design they're going for, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Now, obviously, there's no mask there. I'm assuming that's going to be like a mask down sort of look. Maybe just pictures for, for like promo shots and stuff like that. If that is the case, it's got the arc reactor. They're going to tie it into Iron Man somehow. I don't care what you say. The cast Robert Downey Jr. for a reason. They're going to tie it into Iron Man, whether you like it or not. Doesn't mean he can't be a great Doom just because it's tied into Iron Man. But if I got a HD look at that, I'd go, yeah, do you know what? And the only thing that's swaying me towards it being real, if it is it's got that consistent MCU. People say over designed like a bad thing, but I quite like the over designing sometimes with the lines and stuff like that, where lines don't need to be. I think it just adds more to a suit. So I do like it if that's the case, but I'm just
Yeah.
not sold on it being real.
So obviously, like with Doom, like there's technology there, there's power, there's just raw power. With RDJ, with him
Like when
coming
I'm
in,
slamming your mum.
when he's coming in, he's going to be, I can imagine he's going to be quite tech heavy. It's kind of the thing. It's a way to sort of stray away from the more magical aspects of things. Like
I think
it
it'll be
adds,
both. It'll be
yeah,
such a mix
it'll
of
it'll be
both.
both, but it's the suit looks like it's pushing more of that. Now I know Callum, you were saying before we started talking, you was like you're quite confident in it being AI generated. Now typically I'd be like, possibly yeah. Now it still could be, and I could be very much wrong. But when it comes to AI, there's a lot of inconsistencies. I know there's two photos out there where you can see him from the back and you see the hood down. And if you
Oh,
look at
there's
the
more
side,
photos.
There's a second one, yeah, yeah.
Well, I ain't
If you
seen
look,
any more.
if you look to the right, there's a tripod, and if the photo was fake, if it was AI generated, that tripod would look completely different, or you'd see it look ever so slightly different at least. Normally with AI generated photos, yes, AI has gotten better. It's not trying to get better at the background stuff. It's trying to get better at looking at real in the facial expressions. Like AI photos still struggle to get, four fingers and a thumb right. So that's what they're trying to nail down. And obviously inconsistencies with the suit and stuff, you don't really get that because AI has managed to do that very well. Now, if this was edited and done really, really well and used AI for what it should be really used for as a tool, then yes, it could very much, be a fake. But just with the face, it doesn't look too AI generated to
Yeah,
me. If it's got that thing of that's if you look at it properly, it looks like RDJ, but you'd know when it doesn't look like RDJ typically with AI. Because I know, when I first seen it, I thought, is that Mark Hamill? What the fuck? What's going on here? And when I was like, okay, no, it's meant to be Doom. It's meant to be RDJ as Doom. And then obviously Jeffrey D. Morgan as well. I've seen some comments about that. Typically, whenever I look at an AI generated photo, you can tell right away.
yeah.
This, on the other hand, looks like it's had a good bit of editing to it if it's fake. If it's real, though, I agree with you, Callum. I like the look of the suit. It's simple. It's not too overly designed. Um, I like that they would take it so he looks older. He looks a bit more, you know, experienced,
Yeah.
if you will. Like he's been around for a while. Um, yeah, we'll have to see if this is real or fake. But I'm leaning to more of the side of no, because you got to think like they will be doing promo shoots and getting
Yeah.
the pictures of RDJ as Doom without the mask, just in suit to put on these magazines and thumbnails and things like that and posters. This is what they do. It's a
Yeah,
thing.
because
So
they are going to market the film on RDJ. So even though he's maskless here, might just be for like Entertainment Weekly or something like that, you know,
yeah,
so they can get it out there that Robert Downey Jr. is in it. Also, a couple of possibilities um, that I'd like to bring up as well is this picture could be from last year. Just
very
testing the
well
suit
could be.
out at first, seeing what works, what doesn't. We don't know exactly when this picture's from.
Hmm.
So this could not be the final suit at all. It could be a real picture, but not the final suit. Another thing, I think you'd agree with me here as well, though. Even though we're both saying we like the suit, this definitely isn't the best Doctor Doom design they could have come up with.
It is a
If
little simple.
yeah,
Yeah, I would like to see a bit more. Just going back to this other photo here, I like the sort of Viking-esque, with the fur and the straps and stuff. But to me, that does look a little over-designed.
yeah,
It
yeah.
looks, the comparing this potential concept art, if it's real or fake, again, we don't know. This was from a while ago. It does look a bit too overly designed for me, and this is where I'm kind of like, this looks a bit more AI. Obviously, it's concept, but concept can be
Well,
done
the
very
concept art
easy
came
with
out
AI.
as it was real concept art. It's just you know not for the film exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like a load of artists came together, and so the artists were really pissed off when it got leaked.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, is like we don't know, and if it's real, I'm fine with it. I get what you're saying, Callum. It is a bit simple. There should be something that makes him stand out, but it's RDJ. He's gonna
Yeah,
steal the show if he's in
and
a fucking a plain onesie.
we don't know what he's gonna look like with the mask on and the hood up and stuff like that just yet. But like I say, it's very possible that that picture is 6 months old at this point
Yeah,
for suit testing and stuff. And it's like, right, let's just get the base layers of it on and stuff like that. The whole, I'm not bothered with the arc reactor being on it. I think that's what a lot of people are going to have a problem with. I don't mind that being there at all.
One thing I will say as well, just to go back to my argument of this looks very realistic, is the lighting is fine. Like normally with AI photos, you have parts that are lit up when this other part shouldn't be or is. It just doesn't. It normally doesn't add up, and that's one of the things that make your brain go, "Oh, that's not real. There's something wrong there." It triggers something in your head, and it's like, "That looks a bit out of place." Whereas this, no, and I agree with you, Callum. I've seen some photos recently of I think it was like Master Chief playing Halo back in. It's supposed to look like it was shot in the 90s. It looks real. It looks
Yeah,
perfectly real. But again, we don't know for the But I'm leaning to more of if it was real, cool. If it was fake, it was done very very well.
yeah, no, definitely. Look, and like I say, it could be 6 months old. The picture, we don't know. This could be the first thing that they tested, and they might have even gone, "This ain't working for us. Let's do something different." But yeah, like I say, it's still not the full look. At the end of the day, what I'm bothered about is who's under the mask, and
At
that's
end
fucking
of
Rob.
day.
And that's end of the day, Robert Downey Jr. under mask, win-win in my book. So that's all I'm bothered about at the end of the day. I know he's gonna bring it because he always does.
He
So
does. He does
he does
indeed.
indeed. Right. Next topic.